While most of the world is immersed in dreams, there is a sacred moment that reveals itself in the shadows of the early morning. A magical, silent instant when time seems to slow down and the veil between the visible and the invisible grows thinner. The dawn portal is not just a poetic metaphor, but an energetic and spiritual reality that many are unaware of or avoid. In this script, we will explore this secret passage that opens every night, offering a unique opportunity for deep reconnection with your essence, the universe, and expanded consciousness. This portal is a silent invitation to surrender, inner silence, and awakening, and for those who dare to cross it, the reward is immense. Peace, clarity, healing, and transformation. But to truly understand what happens during this interval between night and dawn, we need to look closely at the science, spirituality, and ancestral wisdom that underpin this experience. The invisible frequency between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., between 3 and 5 in the morning. Something fascinating occurs that still challenges science and enchants spirituality. During these hours, the Earth's electromagnetic field undergoes subtle modulation that directly affects our energetic and mental body. It is a period when the planet's frequency aligns to a state of greater stillness and reset, causing the veils that separate the physical and spiritual planes to become thinner, almost transparent. This interval, known in many traditions as the divine hour, represents a moment of intense connection between human beings and the cosmos. Dreams become more vivid and full of meaning, carrying symbols and messages that the conscious mind struggles to decode. Intuition grows stronger, and many report having insights that transform their lives. The physical body is in a state of deep rest, yet consciousness can be more active than ever. It is as if, during this window, the soul has the chance to communicate without interference from the distractions of the day, the mental noise, and emotional clutter surrounding us. Why do we wake up for no apparent reason? Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night, without any apparent reason, feeling a tightness in your chest, restlessness, or even a profound sense of peace? This sudden awakening is not mere coincidence or a sleep disorder. Often, it is a call from the universe for you to be present in a sacred moment. When the mind slows down and the ego loses strength, the soul finds space to manifest. This spontaneous awakening can be a form of energetic communication or call for you to pause, listen, and align with what truly matters. Instead of trying to fall back asleep immediately, try to remain silent and keep your breath conscious. Do not seek to understand or control what you feel. Simply allow the sensations to flow. Often it is during these minutes of wakefulness that valuable answers arise like whispers from the depths of your being. The dawn as a channel for energetic healing. The early morning offers a unique energetic field, a space where healing can happen naturally and profoundly, because the vibration around us is purer and less contaminated by the external interferences of the day. Meditating during this period aligns your frequency with the natural harmony of the planet and the cosmos. Your heart rate slows, your mind calms, and your body surrenders to a state of deep relaxation that favors the release of physical and emotional tensions. This window is ideal for self-care practices, meditation, and prayer. As the energy you emit at this time reverberates in the quantum field with greater intensity, it becomes possible to reprogram old patterns, dissolve blockages, and anchor higher energies within yourself. Ancient civilizations' new ancestral wisdom has always recognized the power of the dawn's silence. Ancient cultures like the Egyptians and indigenous peoples worldwide used the early morning hours for rituals of connection with the divine. In ancient Egypt, priests and priestesses rose before dawn to access spiritual dimensions and receive guidance. Buddhist monks still practice their meditations and mantras at this hour, understanding that the mind is cleaner and more open to enlightenment. This practice is not superstition but an acknowledgement of the natural order of the cosmos. The body, mind, and spirit are synchronized with the cycle of the earth and universe, and dawn represents the bridge between these worlds. By honoring this time, the ancients connected with greater forces, receiving protection, wisdom, and inspiration for their journeys. Part 5. The dawn and the voice of the higher self. During the day, we are bombarded by incessant thoughts, worries, and external stimuli that muffle the inner voice. But at dawn, when the ego is silent and the mind calms, the higher self finds space to express itself. This inner voice does not come in clear words but in feelings, intuitions, and symbolic images that carry deep meanings. When you are awake at this hour, it becomes easier to perceive these messages and understand that they come from a higher part of your being. Answering this call means allowing your consciousness to expand, letting internal wisdom guide your decisions, and trusting intuition as your most faithful ally. Dawn is the channel through which this communication flows most naturally. Spiritual transformations in the night's emptiness. The absence of external movement and stimulus during dawn creates an environment conducive to deep introspection. Many spiritual awakenings begin precisely when the mind can no longer distract itself, and the heart needs to speak. Insomnia, often seen as a problem, can be a subtle invitation to expand consciousness. The nighttime emptiness becomes a space where the ego loses strength and the true self emerges. In this absolute silence, you meet yourself and have the opportunity to clear limiting beliefs, fears, and patterns that block your growth. It is a moment of self-encounter, healing, and rebirth. What to do when you wake up at dawn? If you find yourself awake during this period, there are simple practices to help you harness this energy. Breathe deeply and connect with your heart, feeling life pulsing within you. Whisper a question to the universe or your intuition. Without expecting immediate answers, just open space for them to arrive. Write down everything that comes to mind, without judgment or censorship. Often, what emerges on paper is the key to understanding your path. Meditate for a few minutes, even if briefly, as this calms the mind and tunes your frequency to dawn's energy. Give thanks, even without apparent reasons. Gratitude is a powerful catalyst for change and raises your vibration. These small acts strengthen your connection to the dawn portal and benefit your entire day. The Bible, Kabbalah, and nocturnal mysticism, various spiritual traditions recognize the special power of dawn. Psalm 119 says, "I rise at midnight to give you praise." This phrase reveals an ancient understanding that the early morning hours are a privileged time for connection with the divine. In Kabbalah, it is taught that the heavens open more fully between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., a time of greater receptivity for blessings and spiritual communications. In Sufism, this period is dedicated to deep listening to God and the soul's gathering. Aligning our routines with these natural cycles opens doors to a more harmonious, balanced, and enlightened life. Consciousness, expansion, and absolute silence. Dawn is like a mirror reflecting our true essence. It does not hide who we are, it reveals us in detail. In this absolute silence, we confront the restlessness of the mind and the soul's thirst for meaning. It is the ideal moment to shed social masks and listen to what the heart truly desires. The quietude of dawn invites a deep internal dialogue where we can realign our journey with our most authentic values. It is also a spiritual laboratory where inner alchemy occurs, transforming fear into courage, doubt into certainty, and pain into wisdom. A portal always open, but few dare to cross. The dawn portal requires no candles, rituals, or external tools. It only asks that you be present, willing to listen and receive. Asking for silence in today's noisy world is nearly impossible. But at dawn, silence is already there, waiting for you. If you learn to cross this door with awareness and respect, nothing will ever be the same again. You will find a direct connection with your soul and the universe. You will no longer be the same, because those who listen to dawn listen to the soul of the cosmos. The invitation is made. If you have read this far, it is because the call of dawn already resonates within you. Perhaps you have awakened many times without understanding why. Now, you know, dawn is a sanctuary, an invisible temple where the soul meets the infinite. You are not alone. You are being guided. Every time this portal opens, remember, the universe is whispering your name in the dark. Take a deep breath and listen.